And so I think you've developed one of the most compelling frameworks I've seen about the future. Can you kind of take my listeners through what you think are the fundamental pillars of this thesis and why you say Bitcoin is the purest AI trade?
It became evident to me when you connected all the dots that what Bitcoin represented was actually the anger that people had from the government related to not only losing trust in the banks back in 2008 and 2009, but recognizing that the government had the ability of just printing money whenever it wanted to prevent a recession from happening, but that wasn't actually fixing the problems. And so I knew from the amount of money that was printed that we were going to have inflation. I think everyone on the macro side could see you can't put that much money in the system. But that's when Bitcoin to me became the central feature of just the end game, which is the personal computer started the disruption in early 80s. The internet carried on the disruption in the early 1990s. Then the smartphone and the cloud continued the disruption from 2007 till now. And machine learning and artificial intelligence and everything that is associated with it is really the final straw, because we got rid of debt to disrupt the relationship between debt and GDP. And now we're doing the ultimate disconnect, which is labor from GDP. So in the coming years, we will see GDP stay relatively strong, and we will see the labor market, as we're seeing now, not show strength, because we started with not needing debt, and now we don't need people to grow a company. And I believe that Bitcoin represents the rebirth of a new system that's coming, that AI is basically cannibalizing capitalism as we go along, destroying not just the debt side, but also the labor side. And it's just making people angrier and angrier around the globe, because there's very few people benefiting and most people are losing. The reason life expectancy goes higher is because of innovation. Innovation has reached a point where if you're, for the first time ever, you're able to replace human intelligence, it's kind of the end game of this whole fiat system.
You argue that AI will systematically destroy most traditional businesses and assets, right? As you said, like this technology is replacing the human productivity. But at the same time, you say Bitcoin will thrive. So how can people look at this apparent contradiction? Like, how does destruction in one place eventually lead to the ascension of Bitcoin? At the same time.
I don't believe that the fiat assets are going to be doing the job. I think everything is going to go digital. And as everything goes digital, we need digital currencies. And even though Bitcoin is not necessarily the currency that will be transacted, it is definitely the store of value, which has no competition. Google has competition. Apple has competition. Bitcoin has no competition. There was a book written by Noah Yuval Harari called Sapiens. And I've referenced it in a few of my papers, where human beings, because of the brain that we have that separates us from animals, the ability to communicate with each other and reason with each other and think, we create stories to make us happy. But they're stories. They're not reality. It keeps us from killing each other in many ways, which is different than packs of animals. And he goes through this, and money's a story. There's nothing real about it. It's just something you believe. This paper you have is something that you believe is worth something, when the government just prints it whenever it wants. So it can't possibly have the value that you think. And that's what debasement is, and that's what goes on. Yeah. But if you take it further and you go back to my job situation, jobs are a story that's been created. If we don't have them, it's like telling a kid there's no Santa Claus. It's a shock and you don't know what to do. The reason I say to people that Bitcoin is real is because people believe it. The same way they believe in Santa Claus. It's something that they believe in. And as you get older, you don't. So Bitcoin to me is a belief. Gold is a belief. Gold is carried on for thousands of years. Religion is a belief. It's faith. It's something a story that people believe in, that they do to be happy. And Bitcoin to me has already passed that test based on its size, based on the growth in the users, and how much people doubt it who have money, because they shouldn't believe in it because it should threaten them. The same way AI threatens human beings' jobs. Mm-hmm. So you want to find things to believe in. And I think Bitcoin represents one of those few moats of a belief that will not be broken, at least in the near term. But my guess is it'll last longer than we all recognize, the same way gold has for now and the same way religion has. For time, as more and more people got involved, and this gets back into the comment I made about belief, all assets and everything in life that you're holding are beliefs. Innovations are ideas. Ideas come and go. Beliefs stay for a long time. They're more durable. And so for people that are investing in Bitcoin every day, whether it's now corporations, governments, there's a lot more people that are investing in it. That means the belief system is growing more and more, and that's what you want to see. The fiat system is credit backed.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So you use debt to create the inflation. If you let the debt go bust, then you have the Great Depression.
Yeah.
So the governments never want that again. AI is a certainty. It's just a question of how long it takes. But as I say to people, I've learned in markets a long time ago, if people are worried about something not happening or if sentiment is not there, then you just go with it. The reason I think Bitcoin is the single greatest opportunity I've ever seen is because the smartest people in the world doubt it. And there's nothing that I like more than sitting at a table with people that I've known for years who look at me and are like, how do you, and they start arguing about Bitcoin. And I just smile and I go, you understand that you've known me a long time. I've never in my life found a trade that I like so much that all of you hate so much. Normally you're in the same trades I am. I like oil. I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
But for Bitcoin, it doesn't happen. So I'm not worried from the sentiment perspective. And I have spent so much time on artificial intelligence, not just for myself, but when I started doing my weekly YouTube and I started sharing the information, it's watched by thousands of people. A lot of them are the same people that I was just joking about with Bitcoin. And so when I get on the phone with them, they're all also worried about AI, that it's a bubble, that this is happening. So if people were embracing it, if they understood it, if they weren't too fixated on the other side of AI, I'd be worried.